Well, welcome back into the magnificent library here at The Hold for our On the Sofa conversation about professional advisors. I'm delighted to welcome three guests. Louise Long, Partner and Head of Private Client Advisory at Burkitt's LLP, and Colin Lowe, Managing Director and Chartered Financial Planner at Kingsfleet Wealth. And also a new member of our team who has joined us just in the last few months as Head of Private Client Relationship Management, and that is Henry Tapp. Hello, everybody.
Hello. Hello.
Welcome today. Henry, we use this term, professional advisors, and I think it only makes sense really to the community foundation world. Can you just tell us, what is a professional? Who are professional advisors?
Yeah, so professional advisors are trusted advisors of clients who have their ear, essentially. So we often use examples like solicitors, accountants, wealth managers, investment managers, tax managers, and they're really, really well placed to have those philanthropic discussions with their clients. Often they're talking about gifts to charity and where to best give those gifts and give that money. And we've got two great examples of professional advisors here today.
Louise, I know as a partner of Burkitt's, the Burkitt's Fund, which is one of the oldest funds that we have at the Community Foundation, one of the longest standing, all of the partners at Burkitt's actually put their money in each year to that fund.
We do.
And the money is actually spent by your team through grant making. So how does that work, and how does that feel for you as somebody who is actually putting your own money into the pot?
It feels really good. And what feels really good is that we then don't make the decision. We encourage the people that work with us to look for ways to spend it with you. And so it brings everybody on board and gets everybody involved and makes us more of a community within Burkitt's.
And Colin, I know your fund was set up with really quite a personal background to you, I think, supporting education and based on the school, I think, that you went to.
Yeah, my primary school, yeah.
And how important is the fund to you?
Well, one of the core things for us is not just delivering a service to clients and making profit, but it's also delivering something for the benefit of the community. So to be able to base something that runs alongside the business to give back in the sense of supporting educational causes around Suffolk is marvellous.
Can you just tell me a little bit about how it feels to support local organisations and the journey that you've been on with the foundation?
So I suppose the first thing is it's been incredible just to realise how small gifts make a huge difference to community groups. Incredible. So we've been able to go out and see some of the arrangements we've supported, see where the money's gone, see how people benefit. And instead of it just literally being a payment from a bank account, instead we're actually able to see real people making real difference.
Professional advisors are so well placed to have this philanthropic conversation with their clients. So many clients come to them scratching their heads about charitable giving. So many people want to do that, but they don't know what the landscape's like, and they want to see the end product of their gift.
And Louise, just tell us a little bit about a lady that visited you and asked you quite an extraordinary question, one of your clients.
So I'd been working with her for a long time. She was a Suffolk lady, single, and lived all her life in Suffolk, and had worked throughout with young people. And later on in her life, she suddenly became the owner of a substantial sum of money, unexpectedly so. And so for her, she was just the caretaker of that money. She would never have spent it on herself. She had everything that she needed. And so she came to talk to me about how she could best benefit the people in Suffolk with this money.
Your role was really quite fundamental, wasn't it?
It really was. It was, it was a privilege. It was an absolute privilege, Tim, because she was single. She kept herself to herself. I think, I'm only saying what she would say. And she had lived quite a solitary life, and that's how she wanted it. But she relied on her professional advisors to give her the guidance and steer that perhaps other people might ask family or friends. She needed her trusted advisor, as she saw me, to give her that steer. And I didn't have to justify it or anything. Once I said it, that was where she wanted to go. And I knew that the Suffolk Community Foundation would do exactly what she needed, which would involve her, and she would be able to see where her money was going.
You know this community inside out, the lawyers, the accountants, the tax specialists, the wealth managers. If I come to you first, Colin, what would you say about choosing to have a conversation with the foundation?
I would leave 2 words with you, and that is water fountains. I would just suggest that when you walk around the towns of this country, you will see, left in place by successful business people of the Victorian era, philanthropic gifts of water fountains for people who didn't have what they had. And that was their legacy. And I think using the Community Foundation for grant-making funds is a superb opportunity to create your legacy as a business.
I think it was one of the most fulfilling things that in a career spanning 32 years I've been able to do, because that particular client, it gave her so much joy. And when are we able to give joy to our client? By making an introduction. The rest of her life working with you gave her a purpose and a joy, and the contentment to know that she was doing the right thing with her money. So I would say, why wouldn't you get involved?